How can you help a friend suffering from depression? I am prone to long periods of depression where I just work, sleep, and lie around. My best friend invites me to everything. Every weekend, stop counting. We're getting together some people to play video games at 5. Come over if you want. I almost never did. Literally, for every 20 invites, I might show up once. But he kept inviting me, all the time. If I say I'll go and drop out at the last minute, he's never mad. Just says maybe next time. Eventually, when I started to come out of it, I would get the invite and actually go. It was amazing for me, because re-entering a social life after dropping out for months at a time is really hard when everyone has given up on inviting you. He says he knows I'll almost never come and not to feel any pressure, but wants me to know I'm always welcome. That's the best kind of friend you can have. Edit. Goddammit guys, now I need to show this to him and he's going to know my Reddit username. Fuckers. Edit 2. I no longer live near my friend, which is sad, but I am happily married and have a fulfilling job and don't get depressed anywhere near as often. He just had a baby a couple weeks ago and is embarking on new life adventures, so yay for my friend and his awesome wife. That's amazing. It's really special to have someone like that. I'm happy for you. When I was depressed, I never wanted to hang out with my friends because I thought I was useless. Something a friend did was ask me to go on errands with her. Made it seem like I was doing her a favor. Things like, can you go to the mall with me to pick out an interview shirt, or can you help me assemble my dresser, or anything else you can think of. This made me feel needed, and since there was a defined activity, I didn't have to put my mask on. Edit. I didn't mean to discount talking and messaging your friends to let them know you're there for them. If you find it difficult to get your friend to open up, my way is a good plan C. Plan A is professional treatment. Plan B is letting your friend know you're there. This was the most practical help I received from a friend who wasn't in the mental health community. If left to my own devices, I'd lock myself away and do nothing but cogitate endlessly, spiraling downwards, until I was so exhausted, I couldn't even do that. Later on, I had a friend who would notice when I was becoming quiet and withdrawn. She would ask me to accompany her on an errand. At first, I would tell her no, but then she would say how we'd be helping each other, then I'd go along. I'd be out walking, interacting with someone, putting things into perspective and knowing that, yes, she didn't need me there, but she wanted me there. She cared about the part of me that was hidden and broken, when most people never knew it existed. And, because I was helping her too, if only a little, by carrying something, or opening a door for her, I couldn't kid myself that I was totally worthless. It's just like a little bump, or nudge, that puts you back on the right track. Holy hell, I feel like that recently. Don't stop inviting them to things. They'll go eventually. Don't give up on them and write them off if they drop contact. A lot of depressed people stop making an effort socially and their friends will think they don't care and give up on them. Unfortunately, I know this from experience. Offer to bring them some takeout or coffee. Offer a chat or a hangout, mention that they don't have to explain anything and that you will be there if they need you. Don't downplay their problems or offer advice, just listen. Be persistent in your efforts. When I was extremely depressed, sometimes returning a text was more than I could handle. Then I would beat myself up mentally for being shitty and alienating the few friends I had. If they just kept sending me dumb memes, I would feel this sense of relief, like maybe I didn't blow it and tank the relationship forever. It really sucks when people think that you just need space and then don't communicate with you for weeks at a time and let you just wallow in your misery for a while. Be there. Check on them. Say hi. Send dumb memes you know will make them smile. Anything to let them remember they do have a friend. Even when they act like they don't want to be bothered. Not pushy, but just present. And be present in the moment when you're with them. Much of depression is heavily impacted by feelings of isolation and loneliness. Don't compound that by bringing it to the forefront when spending time with them. Edit. This is my most upvoted and my first gold and silvers are here also. I just wanted to relay what works. What we all want, but don't want to admit, to ourselves, or anyone else. Wild style ends forever. Be excellent to one another. I've been sending videos from r/AskReddit recently and it usually gives them a chuckle. From a psychology viewpoint, always support them and never make them feel like they don't have control. Don't try to be the hero though. Talk to them more than once about seeking professional help because that person will be able to analyze each unique individual to help them. If things get too far with the friend in terms of life threats or actual suicide attempts, you are not the bad guy for telling their parents/somebody who can step in and get them the right treatment. Just be cool with it, and don't stop being cool with it. A lot of people either run immediately or get tired of it and leave down the line. Just sticking around and letting them know it's cool and you understand is really helpful. Depression takes a lot of forms, so ask specifically what helps each person. Be there, please, be there. Edit. Thank you for my first silver, kind stranger, and thank you for the many upvotes. I know it's a short answer, but I promise it's filled with feelings. Empathy. I get depressive spells often, and the one thing I know would help me, but unfortunately no one ever does this for me, is to flat order me out of the house. We're going. No is not an acceptable answer, and you will do something to break the monotony and make you feel better. It may or may not work for them, but I know it'd work for me. But like I said, no one ever does this. Check on them, and offer to listen. Be present enough to learn the ways their depression manifests because it's different for everyone. Ask them what they do when they are depressed and ask what you can do to help. Learn what kind of things will give them even the smallest boost. For me, it's a trip to the bookstore. To them it may be as easy as getting them Taco Bell. Use that as a way to get them to talk a bit, get them feeling like the world is okay for a while. Equally as important is making sure that you take any talk of suicide seriously. If something is off and they've been talking about suicide, call the police. They'd rather do a wellness check than remove a body any day. Even if the person begs you not to, they need help. If they are considering suicide, they need professional help. They might hate you for a while, but in the long run it will help them. Also, props on being such a good friend and asking how you can support them.
Like and subscribe for more daily fresh new videos. Thanks for watching.